a company, fellow Seth, been around for a long time developing micro-LED technologies for healthcare, but also for display based around a unique nanowire, 3D nanowire platform. So I'll let you take the stage, Seth. Thank you.
Great, great. And you'll let me know if you can't hear me or anything like
Yeah,
that, Ron? Yeah,
hear you
perfect.
perfectly.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me here in California, wrapping up an exciting day. When this invite came in, we had just gotten word of the Nobel Prize being awarded in quantum dots, and so I was inspired to change the normal title of my talk to take us from quantum dots, where I know some of the earlier talks in today's session before I was awake where we're touching on, and sort of try to take us from quantum dots to nanowires and what we're doing at NS Nanotech, and motivate that transition. Let's see, how do I advance? Here it is. So, it starts with my background. So for those of you that don't know me, I was, like Bailey, I was an MIT PhD, and founded a company called QD Vision, focused on commercializing quantum dot tech, which back in 2004, 20 years ago now. And quantum dots were sort of a figment in people's eyes, not something that anyone thought would rationally be in technology when we got started. But eventually launched products in lighting and displays, and were acquired by Samsung. And now there's tens of billions of dollars of consumer electronics annually that incorporate quantum dots. Then I got into augmented reality through a transition that, as the CTO of Luminate, where we were selling some holographic eye lenses to a company called North, which was referenced earlier. And they were in turn eventually acquired by Google. And now here at NS Nanotech, working on AR nanowires to make LEDs from the ground up. And so, that transition in my own career from quantum dots to nanowires, and you can sort of ask, well, quantum dots are so popular, Nobel Prize winning, tens of billions of dollars of electronics. Why would someone possibly give that up? And for me, it's obviously part of finding that next big challenge, but it's also going where technology needs to go to have the next major breakthroughs. So, one thing that needs to be pointed out perhaps is that all of the commercial applications of quantum dots and displays are all down conversion or photoluminescent applications. And so, that today is dominantly in what's really an LCD technology with an LED backlight that's ended up being called QLED. But that's essentially converting electroluminescent blue light from an inorganic LED to make the red and green channels. More recently, there's been some QD OLEDs on the market from a couple of companies. And those are truly stunning displays. I've got some literature here from Samsung. They also sell panels to Sony. And these are stunning displays. You've got the black of OLEDs, you've got the color of quantum dots, and the first time you really get to see those two together in a TV format. And people might argue that with me, but that's a pretty defensible statement. But here again, you're doing PL. You're taking a blue OLED and as the electroluminescent device, and you're down converting that light, downshifting that light, some physicists would rather say, into red and green light for the display. And now we're talking about the next generation technology here. We're all talking about micro LEDs, which is an exciting new future tech. It's always 5 years away. Trust me, we said the same thing about QDs. Trust me, we said the same thing about OLEDs before that. Eventually, these things do pop, just not on the time frames that perhaps we wish they would. But the first micro LED displays are largely envisioned to be blue plus down conversion with quantum dots as well. And so again, you're back to that same blue inorganic LED as the primary electroluminescent source, but we're going to put red and green quantum dots on top of it to make the other channels. What's happened as we go through each of these transitions, 1, 2, 3, is that the thickness we have to do quantum dot down conversion is getting smaller and smaller. And so while for micro LED TV technology, you still might have this 10 micron